Hi Sam. It's great to see you again. Today, we're learning the German verb
stehen.
Hi Alex. That sounds interesting. What does
stehen
mean?
Stehen.
means to stand, but it can also mean to be located or to be in a certain position. The most common meaning is to stand. Just be careful, as it might sound like to stay, but that's actually
Bleiben.
Got it. So, how do we use
stehen
in sentences?
good question. In the present tense, you say
Ich stehe. Du stehst.
and.
Sie, es steht.
For example,
Ich stehe in der Schlange.
means I am standing in line. In the past tense, you would say
Ich stand.
for
Präteritum.
and for.
Perfekt.
It's.
Ich habe gestanden.
So, you could say
Ich habe den ganzen Tag gestanden.
meaning I stood the whole day.
That's interesting. And how do you use it in commands?
For the imperative, you simply say
Steh auf.
which means stand up. It's quite straightforward.
Awesome. What's the origin of the word
stehen
Stehen.
Comes from Old High German
Stahan.
and Middle High German.
Stehen.
The root has been around for a long time, and it has kept its meaning related to standing and positioning throughout the centuries. It's fascinating how some words can remain so stable over time.
That is fascinating.
Now, let's break down the word itself.
Stehen.
Is not a compound word, so we can look at the root, which is.
Steh.
The prefix is,
Steh.
but it doesn't split in this case. The verb as a whole means to be in a vertical position.
Okay, so it's kind of like a building block made of just one piece.
Exactly. It's like assembling a single Lego block instead of multiple pieces.
Are there any similar words to
stehen
that we might learn?
Yes, there are quite a few. For instance, the prefix
Steh.
leads to words like
Aufstehen.
meaning to get up, and
Verstehen.
meaning to understand. Then there's
Bestehen.
which means to exist. Each of these carries a related meaning and is also a verb.
That's neat. What about other words with the same suffix?
Good thinking. We have
lesen,
meaning to read, which can become
vorlesen,
meaning to read aloud, and
vergessen,
meaning to forget.
Wow, that's a lot of options. How can I use
stehen,
in real-life situations?
Great idea. Imagine you're at a concert. You might say,
ich stehe in der ersten Reihe.
which means I am standing in the front row.
I can try that.
ich stehe in der ersten Reihe.
Perfect. Another situation could be at a bus stop. You could say,
Ich stehe an der Haltestelle.
which means I am standing at the bus stop.
Okay, let me try.
Ich stehe an der Haltestelle.
Nicely done. Lastly, if you're in a meeting, you might say,
Ich stehe hinter dem Tisch.
meaning I am standing behind the table.
Ich stehe hinter dem Tisch.
This is fun.
Now, let's talk about the gender of.
Stehen.
Since it's a verb, it doesn't have a gender like nouns do, but related nouns like,
Das Stehen.
meaning the standing, are neuter. You might remember neuter nouns often end in.
That's helpful.
When using,
Stehen.
it's usually informal, but you might hear it in formal contexts too. Typical collocations include
Stehen bleiben.
for, to stay standing,
Gut stehen.
meaning to look good, and
Aufrecht stehen.
meaning to stand upright. Be careful not to confuse it with,
Stehen lassen.
which means to leave something standing.
I see the difference now.
Let's practice a few example sentences to reinforce what we've learned. For example, you might say,
Steht immer früh auf.
meaning he always stands up early.
Steht immer früh auf.
Excellent. Another one could be,
Wir haben lange gestanden.
meaning we stood for a long time.
Wir haben lange gestanden.
One more, how about,
Die Bücher stehen auf dem Tisch.
meaning the books are standing on the table.
Die Bücher stehen auf dem Tisch.
Fantastic. Now, let's do a quick recall check. What does
Stehen.
mean?
To stand.
Correct. How do you say I stand in German?
Ich stehe.
Right again. What's the past tense form?
Ich stand.
Spot on. Can you give me the
Perfekt.
form?
Ich habe gestanden.
Great. Lastly, what's the imperative form?
Steh auf.
You nailed it, Sam. Today we learned about
Stehen.
its meanings, conjugations, and how to use it in various contexts. Remember, it's a versatile verb.
Thanks, Alex. This was really helpful.
I'm glad you think so. Keep practicing, and I'll see you next time for more vocabulary fun.